Large cohort studies have delivered some uncomfortable truths for the supplement aisle, especially when it comes to long-term, high-dose vitamin B use. While these nutrients are essential in modest amounts, regulating everything from energy metabolism to brain function, epidemiological evidence suggests that too much of a good thing may edge toward harm, particularly in older adults or those with pre-existing cardiovascular risks. One of the most cited studies is the Iowa Women's Health Study, which followed nearly 39,000 postmenopausal women for over 19 years. Researchers found that long-term supplement use of certain B vitamins, particularly B6 and folic acid, was associated with an increased risk of all-cause mortality. Notably, women who regularly use multivitamins and separate B6 supplements had higher death rates, even after adjusting for other lifestyle factors. The exact mechanism remains debated, but hypotheses include inflammatory changes, immune modulation, and pro-oxidant activity when these nutrients exceed optimal thresholds. In another major study, the Norwegian Vitamin Trial, NORVIT, and Western Norway B Vitamin Intervention Trial, WENVIT, examined over 6,800 patients with coronary heart disease. Participants were randomized to receive various combinations of folic acid, vitamin B6, and B12. The results were surprising and a little unsettling. Those who received folic acid and B12 had a higher incidence of cardiovascular events, including stroke and myocardial infarction, compared to the placebo group. Instead of protecting the heart, high-dose B vitamins seemed to aggravate vascular pathology, possibly through increased methylation stress or the accumulation of unmetabolized folic acid, which has been linked to impaired endothelial function. A third example comes from the SU.FWEL.OM3 study in France, which tested high-dose B vitamins, folic acid, B6, B12, and omega-3s in over 2,500 patients with a recent history of cardiovascular disease. While the supplements improved homocysteine levels, a biomarker long associated with CVD risk, they did not reduce actual cardiovascular events. In other words, the biochemistry improved, but the people didn't. This gap between lab numbers and real-world health outcomes has become a recurring theme in supplement trials. One possible explanation is that lowering homocysteine does not automatically reduce disease risk, especially if it comes at the cost of introducing reactive metabolites or inflammatory stressors. Another is that in already well-nourished populations, pushing B vitamin levels even higher may disrupt the body's delicate methylation and redox balance, which can backfire in the long run. Adding to this, a 2017 study published in the Journal of Clinical Oncology revealed that men who took high-dose B6 and B12 supplements had a significantly increased risk of developing lung cancer, particularly smokers. The doses used were above standard dietary recommendations, typically the kind found in high-potency supplements, not food. Collectively, these large-scale studies point to a sobering message. Supplementing beyond need isn't harmless, especially with B vitamins that influence key metabolic and vascular pathways. When taken in high doses over long periods, without deficiency, medical indication, or personalized oversight, they may raise the risk of mortality, cardiovascular disease, and certain cancers, particularly in susceptible populations. What these findings really challenge is the just-in-case philosophy of supplementation. It turns out that more isn't better, and sometimes isn't even neutral, it's worse. This doesn't mean B vitamins are dangerous by nature. They're vital, but it does mean that, like most things in health, context and dose matter far more than marketing lets on. And in the long game of chronic disease prevention, your body doesn't respond to hype, it responds to balance.